round up the kids, and gather your pets. Critter Magazine proudly presents the Pet News Network.
Whoa, Rocky! Hi, and welcome to this edition of the Pet News Network. I'm Claudia Vader, and this week we're coming to you from the Western North Carolina Nature Center. Through the years, the Nature Center has been home to a wide variety of animals, including large and small mammals, birds, insects, reptiles, amphibians, and even farm critters. Now, let's join our co-host, Elaine Lite, who's visiting with those agile and entertaining river otters.
Thanks, Claudia. I'm down here playing with the river otters. They're so much fun to watch. I wish I could swim that well. The Nature Center has so much to offer. It's a wonderful place to spend time with the family and just get out in the wild. They have a great walking trail, and kids love seeing and learning about the many animals, especially in spring when babies are abundant. Now let's catch up with the curator of exhibits, Carlton Burke, and learn more about these amazing otters.
Hello, my name is Carlton Burke. I'm the curator of exhibits here at the Western North Carolina Nature Center in Asheville. We're by the river otter exhibit today, looking at our two river otters. We've got one old otter, many years old. We've got one younger otter that's just less than 2 years old. And river otters are animals that used to be very, very common throughout the North Carolina region. They were never quite as common in the mountains of western North Carolina as they were in the eastern part of the state, because they're a wetland species and there's more wetlands in the eastern part of the state, a lot of marshes, coastal marshes, swamps, that sort of thing. But they were also found in our rivers and streams here in the mountains. But then about 100 years ago, there was siltation of the streams because of excessive logging of a lot of the trees, and we had a lot of the silt and sand washing in, cut off the food supply to a lot of the fish. They couldn't breathe very well. The fish died out, one of the otter's major foods. The otter population dropped quite a bit. Back in the mid-1990s, we had an otter reintroduction project that took place here in the Western North Carolina region, and it was funded through the Wildlife Commission, the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission, to bring these animals back. And many otters were brought back, put in some of the different river systems here in the mountains, including the Catawba River, the Tow River, the French Broad River, right around Asheville. And since that time, they've been spreading, reproducing, and now once again we have a lot of river otters in the mountains of western North Carolina here in our rivers and streams. You can always see them here at the Nature Center. We've got two otters on exhibit here. They're one of our favorite animals. They're very active. They're out during the daylight hours when the public is here watching. They're interactive with the public. They seem to actually enjoy being looked at. Most of the day they'll be up and active, swimming in the water or up on the land, moving around. They're very playful animals, very active animals, and one of our most popular animals. They're also an animal that's extremely adaptable in the wild. They eat a lot of things like not only the fish that we mentioned, they eat crayfish, they'll eat snakes, they'll eat rodents. Basically any animal they can catch, they will eat. So they're very adaptable, but they're such good hunters and such efficient predators, they often have a lot of time left over, and they have time to play. So they're also one of the most playful animals in the wild.
Thanks, Carlton. We'll be checking back with you throughout the show to hear more about a few of the Nature Center's exciting residents. Now let's visit with our first adoption group and see who's looking for that forever home.
Hi, I'm Whitney Wright. I'm the director here at Hope for Horses, and today we'd like to show you some of the horses that are available for adoption. This beautiful bay that my daughter is holding is named Big Boy, and he came to us from a local camp where he had also developed some allergies. He is perfectly fine now, no medicine, he's healthy, strong and sound, and ready for a new home. This is Little Bit. She is a miniature mare. She's about 15 years old. She's perfectly healthy and strong and sound. She actually came here for financial reasons of the previous owner, but she is ready for a new home. And that's Tribbles in the back there with the blonde mane and tail. We would love for these two to go together because they've really bonded. Tribbles unfortunately dislocated his hip back in January, but at this point you can see he's feisty and perfectly fine and ready to go. This is Herschel. He is probably about 32 years old. He was retired from a local camp. He is perfectly healthy and sound. He even can be ridden a couple days a week lightly, but he really just needs a good retirement home and someone that will take care of him. This is Marco. He was donated to us by a local summer camp. He had developed allergies at that location, but upon his coming here, he has been perfectly allergy-free. He is in his teens and is ready for a new home. This is a Cremello gelding. His name is Sunny. He also came to us from a local riding camp a couple years ago. He unfortunately is diagnosed with navicular and has to have corrective shoes on all the time. But as long as he has those shoes on, he is pretty sound and can be ridden at a walk trot on soft ground. He's very gentle, very sweet, easy keeper.
For more information about any of the horses you've seen today, please call Hope for Horses at 683-0160. Now don't go trotting off. We'll be right back after these messages.
I'm a steer, and they're steering you wrong. Listen now.
I'm a cow.
'Cause I don't have long. Our
Sweet backsides.
would like to stay together. We don't want to be your leather.
Won't you show me some love? Don't you make me kid gloves. Or a jacket or a shoe. 'Cause my skin ain't for you. Do I make myself clear? Keep your hands off my rear.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. You know, disasters can strike anytime, any place, anywhere. If you have pets, you need to protect them by having a disaster plan in place. You should know where you'll go with your pets if you have to evacuate, and never, ever leave your pets behind. If it's not safe for you, it can't be safe for them. Always make sure your pets are wearing collars and up-to-date identification, and have a disaster kit ready to go with all the supplies your pet will need if you have to evacuate. For more information about this, please contact my friends at the Humane Society of the United States. They'll help you save your pet.
84% of pet owners consider their pets their children. At Pet Supplies Plus, we know how important your pets are. That's why we provide the most extensive line of premium foods and products. Our knowledgeable, friendly staff will make you and your pet feel right at home. So whether your best friend is a dog, cat, fish, bird, or small animal, you'll find what you need at Pet Supplies Plus.
Oh, I really love this place.
Where are the best locally grown natural and organic foods?
At the Co-op, naturally.
Where is the fruit oh so farm fresh and the folks always friendly?
At the Co-op, naturally.
Where do you dine for handcrafted organic cuisine?
The Blue Mountain Cafe at the Co-op, naturally.
And if it's convenience you seek with personal service?
It's the Co-op, naturally.
If you could live healthier, easier, wouldn't you? Hendersonville Community Co-op.
Local.
Fresh. Friendly.
Shop the Co-op, naturally.
Now let's join our Return to the Wild reporter, Chase Pickering, with a behind-the-scenes look at a day at the Nature Center.
On this episode of Return to the Wild, I'm at the Western North Carolina Nature Center. The Nature Center exhibits animals that are native to this area and that are permanently injured, not able to survive in the wild. I've been a volunteer here for almost 5 years, and today I'm going to take you behind the scenes as we go through our daily duties of caring for the animals. Now let's get to work. These guys were actually raised by humans. They were born in another facility called Wolf Park, actually, and they came down here to be educational display animals. Most of the animals here at the Nature Center, though, are permanently injured, meaning that they couldn't survive in the wild on their own. So we're going to go check on the gates out here, make sure all the locks are locked before we put these guys back out on exhibit for our visitors to enjoy today. Jenna, you ready, girl? Come on, let's go. Let's get ready. Okay, come on, girls, boys.
Okay, so what's up here?
Come on, I'm going.
Jenna, the alpha female, is kind of showing her dominance to the omega female here. And they go through this, especially this time of season, they're real active in showing dominance towards one another. It's time for y'all to go to work. It's a long process sometimes. Oh, Julia's making a run for it. The wolves must be out. Okay, so Julia's getting up there to close out the shift door there so that the wolves stay out on exhibit all day today. Very good. Now we can clean this whole aisle in their night house, which they made a mess of this morning. So that'll be a lot of fun. So I'm going to start by just bleaching and cleaning this whole area here, where this is the gray wolf run. And they have just been put out on exhibit for the day. They were in here earlier this morning eating their breakfast, which is a big chunk of meat. So this is what the wolves and the cougars eat. Pretty tasty, huh? All set. So we're just going to go around right now, check all the locks, make sure all the animals are out, count every animal, make sure that we actually see them in the exhibit. So we've got Jenna, Cheyenne, and Caruso lock. It's important that we double check all the locks here for the safety of the keepers and the animals. It's also just as important to take thorough documentation of the animals and their observations that we see and their medical charts. Julia, they're both up in the tree there.
Okay, that's where they go when they get scared.
Yeah. This is Valerie. She's our female cougar. Working here has allowed me some awesome opportunities to pursue my passion of working with wildlife while being able to make some great new friends. The Nature Center is dependent on dedicated volunteers, both young and old, so see how you can get involved. Well, that's all I have for now, but I'll catch you next time on Return to the Wild. Satch, what's up, buddy? Come here. What's up? Say goodbye. Peace out.
Thanks, Chase. Join us again for another exciting episode of Return to the Wild.
Ask anyone who's seen them, and they'll agree. The Purina Incredible Dog Team captures your full attention. Let's visit with John Casey and learn more about another one of his amazing dogs, Hyper Hannah.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from homeless to high flying, give it up for Hyper Hannah.
Are you ready, Hannah? Let's try that one more time, pretty girl, all right? I throw, you catch. I know, you're way faster than me. Look at that first one. Go. Easy, girl. Hatta, girl. Come on now, Hyper Hannah. Get me a frisbee, girl. Hatta, girl. Bring that back on over here. That's a good girl. Go get that frisbee again. Hatta, girl. Come on, pretty girl. Get some air for me now. That's a good girl. Go get that frisbee for me, Hyper. Hatta, girl. One more time, Hyper Hannah. Ladies and gentlemen, make a little bit of noise and tell me what you think of Hyper Hannah. Easy. Hit that frisbee 3. Hit that frisbee 4. Hit that frisbee 5. Come on, Hyper Hannah. Let's go. Let's pick up those 6. Pick that frisbee up. Get that frisbee, Hannah. Go, Hannah. Ladies and gentlemen, Hyper Hannah. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from homeless to high flying, give it up for Hyper Hannah. Easy. Finish that up here. Come on, pretty girl. Finish that up here. That is Hyper Hannah. Yeah, Hyper.
Thanks, John. I'm sure we'll meet more of your incredible dogs in upcoming shows. And did anyone ever tell you you're a very well-trained human?
Keep your eyes peeled. The Critter Calendar's up next.
Tracy Trout here at the Western North Carolina Nature Center in Asheville, North Carolina. And we're standing in front of the Beauty of Butterflies exhibit. We'd like to invite you inside. Inside this exhibit, our focus is native butterflies to Western North Carolina. We have about 300 butterflies in here at one time. And everything is designed to educate about the life cycle of the butterfly. So what we're looking at here is our host plant garden. And all of these plants here are plants specific to butterflies' needs, where they might lay their eggs. You can see there's a lot of monarch butterflies on the milkweed plants. And if you look closely, you might find some eggs. There's a monarch egg right there underneath that leaf. So we do have butterflies in here mating and laying eggs. Over here we have our butterfly nursery. This is our chrysalis box where we have hundreds of chrysalis pinned, and they're in their pupal stage right now, getting ready to emerge, getting their flying licenses basically. They've lived half their life as a caterpillar. Now they're at their changing point here, undergoing metamorphosis, and they'll emerge out of these chrysalis as adult winged butterflies. These are my favorite, the monarch chrysalis. They look like little pieces of jewelry. In fact, a lot of people think that this is all set up and not real, but you can see that the jade color green, the bright gold flecks on the outside of the chrysalis, just beautiful. And then other ones aren't necessarily so pretty, but really would blend in and be very well camouflaged out there in the wild, look like shriveled up leaves. We have about 20 different kinds of butterflies in here right now. At least 300 individual butterflies are flying around in this exhibit. It is fairly small, but it's a very intimate, up-close and personal experience. And he's got one there. He has a monarch butterfly. It looks like a male. I can tell because I can see some little scent pouches right on the inside of the wings there, the hind wing, little dots there. We have hundreds of plants in here, and this is a temporary exhibit, so a lot of these plants are still in their pots, so it takes a lot of upkeep, and we have to transfer plants in and out as they go in and out of bloom, because butterflies require a lot of nectar to fly around and to survive. I'd like you to come on out to the Beauty of Butterflies exhibit at the Western North Carolina Nature Center.
Now don't go flapping your wings. We'll be right back after messages from our sponsors.
There's too many kitties in the cities, too many strays in the alleyways. They're on the street with nothing to eat and they got nowhere to stay. There's too many kitties in the cities and none too few in the country too. They're giving birth all over Earth, but there's something you can do. Get them neutered, get them spayed. Take them to the vet and get them sent. It's better for the world and it's better for your pet. Get them neutered, get them spayed. Take them to the vet and get them sent.
For more information, call 1-888-PETS-911 or visit us on the web at pets911.com.
Yo, yes, you're excited. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Beneful. You've never seen anything like it before. It has wholesome grains, real beef, even carrots and peas. So there's carbohydrates for energy and protein for those serious muscles. And you even get some vegetables. So happy. Love it so much you only think you're getting spoiled. Yes, you do. But it's good for you, too.
Healthful, flavorful, Beneful. Beneful brand by Purina.
What do customers hear when they call your business and they have to be placed on hold? Silence? Elevator music? The radio? A mirror hold, providing music and important information about your company to your waiting customers. Call 800-467-9552 and find out why we mean business.
It's all about puppy love at the Bonafide Bakery and Boutique, a unique shop for pets in Black Mountain. Val and Sandy offer a scrumptious selection of homemade goodies for cats and dogs, personalized birthday cakes, and special diet treats. They can ship to your home, or better yet, stop by the shop with your pooch for a free sample. There's also a distinctive array of locally crafted artwork and gifts for the pet lover. Come in for a free menu or call 828-669-0706 for more information.
With a wingspan of about 4 feet, The red-tailed hawk is the largest and probably best-known species of hawk in our region. Let's see what Carlton Burke can tell us about this incredible bird of prey.
My name is Carlton Burke. I'm the exhibits curator here at the Western North Carolina Nature Center, and this is one of my friends. This is a red-tailed hawk. Now, normally you wouldn't see a red-tailed hawk sitting on somebody's arm, but Xena, the red-tailed hawk here, is a little bit different. She's a captive hawk here at the Western North Carolina Nature Center, and we use her in our educational programs because she is unreleasable to the wild. And the reason she is unreleasable to the wild is if you look closely, you notice that her left wing droops just a little bit. You notice there's a little bit of a crook in it as well. A few years back when she was a young hawk, she had an accident. We don't know what happened, but she was probably hit by a car, maybe flew into a window or something like that, and broke her wing. The wing healed crooked, and basically she's a bird with a crippled wing. And even though she gets around pretty well, she's a very healthy bird here at the Nature Center, she is no longer able to fly, so she's no longer to hunt her favorite prey of rabbits, rodents, and other small animals. And unfortunately, this happens to a lot of birds of prey. They are often injured by things that we have as man. They fly into fences, buildings, windows, a number of different things. But Xena is an example of a kind of a hawk that happened to. We use for education purposes here at Nature Center. She's not a pet. She's on a leash here sitting on my arm, but she is definitely not a pet, but she is useful to us to teach other people about the dilemmas that the wild birds of prey face. And a lot of people have seen red-tailed hawks. They're one of our most common hawks in the area. They're one of our largest. We know Xena is probably a female because she's such a big red-tailed hawk. The males would be just a little bit smaller, but we often see red-tailed hawks flying in open country, searching through the meadows and the fields along wood edges for their prey of small animals. Sometimes you see them soaring high overhead, and of course in the autumn of the year we see a lot of them actually migrating south for the winter. A lot of people don't realize hawks migrate, but we always have some red-tailed hawks here throughout the winter time and all year long. But red tails are one of our most beautiful hawks, one of our largest hawks. They're named for the kind of reddish-brown tail feathers that you see on the adult birds. Red-tailed hawks less than 2 years of age don't have red tail feathers. So you can tell their basic age, whether they're young or old, by the coloration on their tail.
By the way, one more interesting fact about these magnificent winged creatures. It's believed that red-tailed hawks mate for life and return to the same nest site year after year.
Our final adoption profile takes us to Harold Sims, better known as Catman 2. Let's visit with a few of his fabulous felines.
Two kittens back here. We have a little tabby point Siamese, which is named Sapphire for her eye color. And she's just been out running around and making a pest of herself, so they put her back so she wouldn't get stepped on by somebody.
Look how beautiful.
She's a beautiful little cat. She needs to be spayed. She's only about 5 months old. Had a broken leg when they picked her up, and they couldn't repair it because she was only a 1-pound kitten when they found her. So one of her back legs is healed itself, and we've got to get her in and have it x-rayed when we have her spayed and make sure it gets around as like a normal cat.
Lightning.
Never know she had any injury.
Spencer's that gray cat. He's really silky. He's like one of the sweetest cats. He's just got a great personality.
What do you like best about him?
I think I like his personality and his looks.
So he's like friendly?
Yes, he's a very friendly kitty. He hasn't put a scratch on me yet.
Oh, look at him. He's so cute.
This is a cat named Sandy, and Sandy is the greeter. She used to work at Walmart, I think, at one time, and she's come here now to greet people as they come to the door. We had a cat named Boots who got adopted who had this spot, and when Boots left, she took over the spot that Boots had.
Excellent.
So now,
Boots was here last time.
yeah, well, Boots got adopted by a girl in Asheville. He's living over there in a little garden now in Asheville and doing real well.
Wonderful.
So he's very happy to have his garden to roam around and butterflies to chase. And
This one, if you pet her enough, like her tongue will start to stick out. It's funny to watch, but she's real sweet. Don't know her name that much either. But she's got a good personality, she's sweet, and she likes to stick out her tongue.
She looks really comfortable.
Yeah. It's a good thing they brought this bed in here.
Yeah, it's cute.
She loves attention. There goes the tongue. Let them look at your tongue. Look at that tongue.
Now this is a red Persian. I'd say it's 4 years old. It's been forefoot declawed. And it's 4 years old. And there's a pair of them, and they need to go together, actually. Her name is Maple.
His name,
His name, sorry. It's the male. His name is Maple. And the calico is the female, of course. We'll have to find her. But it's a male. So he's the male, yeah. And he needs to be groomed. He's a little bit rough in the coat. Probably get him down to the groomer one of these days and have him groomed. But oh boy, he's a really ham. Maple. He is Maple, yeah. This is a cat called Patches, and she's a female. She's also 4-foot declawed, 4 years old.
Are they related?
Not related, but they came from the same cattery at the same time. They've been together all their life, but they're not related. They have different parents, and but they came from the same pet store on Lexington Avenue in New York.
Look at that. Just give me that sexy look.
Yeah, and they're. If any of these cats strike your fancy, you can reach me at webpage is catman2.org, or you can call me at 828-293-0892. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors.
To whom it may concern, I'm hurt, and all I done heard is blood-curdling curses. Mama pops are berserking again while I'm burning up in the furnace and searching for the explanation for what I did to deserve to get deserted and then repeatedly beaten in the face with my worthlessness. No sense of purpose. It got drowned, and I doubt if you were to open my mind and step inside it right now, you could even feel what I'm talking about. Cause for the pain in my veins, the words can't explain, and the hate is mounting, and I can't contain it. I'm bound to break out in the days I'm counting, and I'm sick of the shouting, man. I'm about to just.
Animal cruelty, human violence. Break the connection.
Wow, what a fantastic day. We could never fit all that's here into a 30-minute show.
We'd like to thank Carlton Burke and everyone at the Western North Carolina Nature Center for their hard work and dedication to the animals in their care, and for giving our community the opportunity to learn firsthand about these truly amazing creatures.
Thanks to all of our viewers and sponsors for their continued support. And as always, thanks to animal lovers and rescuers everywhere.
Be sure to join us next week for another exciting episode of the Pet News Network.
Right now, we're heading off to finish our tour of the Nature Center.